Um, this can't be good. I've been away from the server for a while and some bad stuff is happening. I don't think the moon was that big the last time I saw it. Thank goodness for sleep. Look at that thing. Yikes. Speaking of being away for a while, I want to get back in the Hermitcraft groove, and what better way to do it than to do a simple caving episode, but not just any simple caving episode, a Q&A caving episode. I asked on Twitter for some hard-hitting questions, and I got some hard-hitting questions. I got a ton of questions, by the way, so I'm sorry if I don't actually answer your question. I really apologize. I got one from Ellie. I got one from Waddles, and I'm not even going to answer their questions. I love those guys, but I'm not even going to answer their questions because they weren't hard-hitting enough, or they weren't questions that I hadn't answered before, either or. So let's begin with some questions that I need to pull up on my other monitor that I haven't done yet. Okay, question 1 from Liam Hendricks, and I gotta be honest, a lot of other people asked this. The question is, do you miss playing with the Minecraft guys in general? Liam specifically asked about pause, but I've got a lot of questions about, do you miss playing with the Minecraft guys? Minecraft, I should say. 100%. Those were the best days of my YouTube career. It was like playing with friends every single day. And it's not like this isn't playing with friends every single day. It kind of is, but it was different back then, you know? There was less pressure. We were just having fun. The builds weren't as serious or as good. Everybody has evolved since those days. All the builds now are like super, super awesome. So it's different now. It's more about the business, I think, now on YouTube. And back then it was more about friendships and just hanging out and having a good time on a server. So maybe I'm just remembering the good parts. That's what people tend to do. People just tend to remember the good and not remember the bad. But honestly, I don't remember any bad at all. How's that for a first question, huh? Nothing is off limits today, guys. Nothing. And I did get some pretty serious questions a little further down the line. So, oh, no, that's another reason I'm not on the surface. Something is happening. Actually, maybe a tremor would be a bad thing to be underground for. That probably wasn't the best idea on my part, but I'm down here now. Oh, this is frightening. I don't know what's happening, but I don't want any part of it. Another question. This is a serious one from FNASAU. How long do you think the current global situation will still last? I've heard back to normal by Christmas 2022, but that seems optimistic to me, to be honest. Well, I can wholeheartedly say that I am sick and tired of this whole COVID thing. I really am. I am so done with it. I am so ready for it to be over. And 2022 back to normal? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think we'll ever get back to normal. I think this thing is going to change us, the world as a whole, for a very, very long time. Hello. And it's going to be tough to ever go back to how it was before. Like, even in movies now, I watch movies and I see people like hugging and it's like, whoa, what are you doing? Not if you have masks on. And then I realize, oh yeah, that was the good old days. That's when things were allowed, or people were allowed to be within each other's personal space. Not even personal space, within 6 feet of each other. It's ridiculous. I'm so sick and tired of it. My wife's a nurse. She saw the worst of COVID, and she absolutely realizes how serious it is. But at this point, you can't just keep shutting things down. People have businesses. People have lives they need to get back to. It's bad for people's mental health, including my own mental health, actually. We'll get more into that in the later question, because somebody specifically asked about my mental health. So we'll get into that a little later on. Again, hard-hitting questions today, folks. Nothing is off limits. Do you give the disabling... Oh, this is good. This is a good question. Do you give the disabling of the dislike button a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I definitely give the disabling of the dislike button a thumbs down. I think it's super important to actually have a dislike button. Like, super important. I'm not even talking a little bit important. Super important. It lets people gauge. Like, when I go to, let's say I need a tutorial for something, okay? And, I'm not technologically super savvy. I do okay, but sometimes I need to figure out what's wrong with, I don't know, some sort of technical issue on my PC. I go to tutorials, and the first thing I look at is the ratio, because people it's never failed me. If the ratio is bad, the tutorial will be bad. If the ratio is good, the tutorial will be good. And now there's no ratio. Now it's like everybody's got some likes on their videos. Nobody has dislikes. I have no idea if this is a useful video or not. At least not the same way that I did before. I guess I could just like read the comments, but that's unnecessary time spent. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a huge mistake, to be quite honest. I think they should leave the dislike button. Leave it on there. People are allowed to express their opinions, so let them express their opinions. I know it's for the sake of the creators, but the creators also should know if their content is good or bad. You know, for the most part, people will judge content fairly. I know there's always some trolls out there, but most people will be like, this is a good video or this is a bad video. And if they feel sort of meh towards the video, meh, like that, then they just won't click the like or dislike. I think it's a terrible idea. YouTube, you should just leave the dislike button alone. I mean, it's too late now. I think it's already gone. I'm pretty sure I noticed that in my videos already. Heavy MSN calling me out. This question: do you have a type of game you'd like to LP but doesn't get many views? Many of your LPs just stop after a certain point. Do you find that you have trouble keeping interest in some games? Listen, Heavy MSN. MSN is so last century. The interest is not an issue with me. First of all, yes, there are tons of games I'd like to LP on YouTube that don't get a lot of views. Tons of them, particularly sports games, especially NBA 2K22. I play that game every single day. Every single day. I started up my own franchise. It was an expansion franchise. I had an expansion draft. I have some good players, and I'm having a good season. I actually have already played 3 previous seasons on NBA 2K21, and now I've started an NBA 2K22, and I'm going through my first season. There are tons of games. Am I out of cave here already? There are tons of games that I like to LP that just wouldn't get the views, and that is also tied to why these series end prematurely. If the series is not getting the views, my time is better spent working on videos that will get views. And I know it's like, oh, you're just doing it for the money. Well, it's my job. I have to make money for my family and myself. I can't spend my time playing a series that only gets a few views while I could spend that same time playing a series that will get 2x, 3 times as many views, which will therefore make me 3 times as much and will put 3 times as much food in my family's mouths, my family's bouches, as it were. Bouches, French for mouth. So that's why those series end prematurely. And yes, absolutely, I think I have to go find another cave. Absolutely, I wish I could play games that didn't get that many views on YouTube. If I had that luxury, if I didn't have to worry about bills and stuff, of course, I would play so many different types of games, like it was in the beginning when this wasn't my full-time job. But now it is. So I gotta make it worth it. Finally found another cave. What's it been like having been around YouTube for so long? Your channel has been around since the early days of Minecraft on YouTube. How do you feel about the platform now? Any thoughts on streaming? Let me answer the streaming thing first. Yes, I always have thoughts on streaming. My connection is not good enough for me to stream. It is terrible. It literally takes me 4 or 5 hours to upload a video to YouTube. I am out in the middle of nowhere, which I love being, by the way. I love being out in the middle of nowhere, but I'm out in the middle of nowhere. We only have satellite internet. I get 25 down, 1 up. That's what I'm working with. Okay, it takes me a long time to just up. I cannot stream with that connection, and if I could, it would be not very good. So that's the answer for the streaming thing. The other thing is, how do you feel about the platform now? That's a tough one. I still think it is the best platform for creators. I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of the things that have been happening lately, you know what I should do? Why do that? Why do that? Why am I worrying about, come on. There you go. This is much better. This is going to really confuse me because I won't know where I've been and where I'm going. But I think it'll be easier for me. Yeah, thoughts about it now. It's been steadily getting weirder. I won't say worse. It's different. It's as much as they try to say it's geared more towards the creator, it's not. I feel like it's getting more and more geared towards already established creators or bigger corporations. Like I guess I'm an established creator, but I'm not overly massive. I don't have an overly massive audience. You'd think I would with like 1.5 million subscribers, but I really don't. I mean, my views, I get maybe, what am I looking at? Maybe 80,000 views per Hermitcraft episode this season. That's not a huge viewership in terms of YouTube. So I have to compete with the likes of like Jimmy Fallon, who has like an entire team of people. Oh, it's back again. Oh, that was bad. That could have fallen on me and destroyed me, but it didn't fall, so I'm good. He has an entire team of people like editing and recording, and he's got a staff. Like, I can't compete with people like that, and I can't compete with I'm not just blaming Jimmy Fallon. Obviously, there's all kinds of big-time corporations getting into the YouTube space, and as much as YouTube doesn't think it affects content creators, it most certainly does. People only have a finite amount of time per day to watch videos. And if the first thing they see is like, oh, Jimmy Kimmel has posted this comedic clip, they'll watch that, and then it's like, okay, time to go back to work. Like they're not going to have time to go back and search through their subscribed list and watch people's videos. It just doesn't work that way. People don't have infinite amounts of time. So why am I still putting down torches? So yeah, it's tough. I don't like the direction it's going, but I do still think it is the best platform currently today. That question was from Conrad Murray. Next question from Fluffy Luff. You've been playing Skyrim lately. I am playing Skyrim, and I am having so much fun with it on my second channel, guys. If you want to watch it, just I'll put a link in the description. Or I think there's already a link in the description. Check out my second channel. I've been playing Skyrim every other day at 3 p.m. We're on episode 7, and I'm having a great time. And people are having a great time telling me how bad I am at the game. Just kidding. The comments have actually been pretty good. And my second channel is devoted to non-Minecraft stuff. So there. But anyway, the question is, you've been playing Skyrim lately. When the next game of the series comes out, do you think you'll try that one? Skyrim is one of my favorite games ever. So it would have to take a monumental shift in terms of how I feel towards the game for me not to play it. Like, I love it so much, I will 100% play it, and you will definitely see that when it's released, if it's released, you know how these things go. It could be forever until it's released. But yeah, Skyrim rocks. I'm also playing Forza on that channel, by the way. Those are the two current games. Both of them uploaded every other day at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Next question. This is a bad place to read questions. You know what? Before we get on to our next question, let's have a little word from our sponsors. Warning, you're about to see my real face. We interrupt this regular Hermitcraft episode to thank our sponsor, ExpressVPN. As I mentioned in the last video, I've been using ExpressVPN to safely secure my PC, my laptop, and my cell phone. ExpressVPN reroutes your network data through secure servers so it stays encrypted and safe, and you can choose from over 90 different countries to reroute your connection. All you do is use a super simple app right on your phone. Just open the app, pick a location, tap connect, and you're safe. But I don't just use it for online security. Have you ever heard your friends rave about TV shows and then you go to search on Netflix and they're not available in your country? Well, now you can watch all of that content and more simply by switching your location. Today, I switched my location to the UK just so I could watch one of my all-time favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And obviously, this works the other way too. If you're in the UK, you can change your country to anywhere in the world and get tons of new content. There are literally hundreds of movies and shows you could be missing out on. To find out how you can get 3 free months of ExpressVPN, visit the link in the description or type expressvpn.com/VintageBeef. Now back to the video. Next question is a pretty good one. This is what I'm talking about. Let's get deep. Let's get insightful. Kmingo asks, do you think we will ever find intelligent life on other planets in your lifetime? Now, let me first answer this by saying I do think we will find intelligent life eventually. In my lifetime, I certainly hope so. That's all I can say is I certainly hope. How exciting would that be? My goodness. I would be so happy. I would be glued to my television set for days. Just keeping track of what's going on with the whole discovery. It would be so exciting for everybody, and I think it'd be a unifying thing for the world to experience if we discovered intelligent life on another planet, because then maybe some people will be like, hey, why are we hating on each other when we could just hate on these new things? I'm just kidding. That's not what I mean. I mean, people would hopefully think, hey, why are we hating on each other? We're one and the same. Let's band together and let's come together as one unit, one planet, one species, one race, whatever the heck it is, and we will, oust these alien scum. Something like that. Omnishade asks another deep question. My goodness, you guys really took it to heart, and I really appreciate it. This is what I'm talking about. No more questions about Minecraft, at least not this episode. Maybe different episodes. I don't mind answering questions about Minecraft either. Omnishade asks, "Sup, Beef? If you died tomorrow," yikes! What would you? Do you know something I don't, Omnishade? What would you wish you had done? I think. The older I get, the more I value time, right? You get older, everybody's getting closer. This is going to be really morbid. I don't mean it to sound this way, but everybody is getting closer to death with every second that passes. Oh, this is a fun one. Yeah, so as I get older, I value time a little bit more. And so I wish that I just spent more time with family and friends. I try to spend as much as I can now. And obviously everybody's got responsibilities and stuff like that. Things have to come first before free time. But I wish that I spent more time with family and friends. That's probably the biggest regret I would have, as of right now. Thanks, Omni. Please don't kill me tomorrow. Ooh, what is this? Did this go all the way down to where I just was? Possibly. I can't tell because I have no torches. Next question from Iodized. Have you ever had any battles with mental health to the point where you felt like giving up YouTube altogether? I've definitely... So this pandemic has been rough. I was already not leaving my house in the first place because this is my job and I spend most of my time at home in my office playing this game. So I was already not seeing a lot of people. But when the lockdowns happened and stuff, my mental health definitely took a toll. Like I found myself getting really emotional for no reason whatsoever. Whoa, geez. There's a reason to get emotional. My goodness, that's frightening. It always startles me too. Yeah, I was getting emotional for really no reason, and I was just down a lot of times. I didn't know really why, but I think I can attribute it to being locked up and not having any human contact for a long, long time. Since the lockdowns have lifted, I've visited people and we've had people over occasionally, obviously very safe every time we do. And so I feel myself getting better 100%. But yeah, definitely. I think we're going to have a bit of a problem, honestly, with some people and their mental health. And we're going to start to see that very, very soon. It's not going to be good. I think a lot of people don't know how to deal with these problems. A lot of people are scared to seek out help too, which is definitely something you should do. If you're feeling like you need help, you just worried about seeking out help, just do it. Just go and look for help. Help is good. Everybody needs help sometimes. Nothing to be ashamed of. So go and do that. But I think there's going to be a bit of an epidemic, a mental health epidemic in the next couple years. And it's going to be directly related to this whole COVID thing. It's a weird situation to be in. I've never lived through anything like this in my lifetime. Most people haven't. I guess the Spanish flu was kind of similar. But geez, when did that happen? Just looked it up. 1918 to 1920. So unless you're over 100 years old, you wouldn't have lived through that either. So yeah, it's a very unique time in our lifetimes. So it's tough to handle sometimes for a lot of people. Am I going through? Oh, I should never have taken. Yeah, I've definitely been through here. Should never have taken this potion, this night vision potion. I might have to go back to torches after this. Anyway, next question is I've never, just to answer the rest of this question, the last part of his question was regarding to quitting YouTube due to mental health. I'd never really considered quitting it. YouTube is stressful, and it definitely doesn't help, I'm assuming, because it is very stressful. But I've never considered quitting, at least not right away. I've been down here too, I realize that. If I got to a point where I could quit YouTube, you know what? This actually is related to another question we'll ask later on. So let's not get into it right now. Let's move on to the next one. Next question from Matthew Young. I think it's pronounced Young. Looking back at your YouTube career up to this point, what are you most proud of? My body of work. I've put out a whole lot of videos, family-friendly videos for the most part, unless I have like collabs, and then sometimes the people who I collab with kind of swear a little bit, and it gets a little dicey. But my body of work is what I'm most proud of. Not particularly proud of a specific video or a specific series, but everything overall. I think it's entertaining. I think people, this is kind of cool. I think people enjoy watching my videos, and I enjoy making them, and it brings me great joy to know that this happens for people from watching my videos. So, yeah, the whole thing, I would say, is what I'm most proud of. And the fact that I didn't quit, you know? Early on, you never know what could happen. I never even thought about quitting because I wasn't really looking at this as my full-time job anyway. I was looking at it as more of a hobby, so quitting wasn't really on my radar. Register? Does register work in this context? Possibly. But yeah, I never quit. I've made over, 6,500 videos now? Like over 6,000 videos now? That's a pretty good resume. I should go up here because I think I'm done down here. So yeah, Matthew, thanks for asking that question. I'm most proud of just about everything overall, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. I'm going to go this way. I don't know if I may have been. What the heck was that? I felt like I was floating there for a second. That was really weird. Let's just take a quick look around the corner here. Yeah, this is all connected. I might have to find yet another cave. Okay, I think I found another one. Let's see. Next question is from Jake from State Farm. No, I think it's just regular Jake. Should you ever succeed in talking Nighthawk into moving to Portugal, what would you do with your adorable farm animals? I had a couple questions like this, and it surprises me to think or to know that some of you think that I would leave my animals behind. They would come with us. Sure, it wouldn't be easy. It would be expensive to ship them all over there, but it can be done. Companies ship animals around the world all the time. I haven't looked into the specifics of it, but I'm assuming it would be expensive, but doable. And they would 100% come with us. There's no way. Ooh, nice. There is absolutely no way we would leave our animals behind. Like, impossible. There is absolutely no way that would happen. So, yeah, rest assured. You know what? I'm going to make some more torches just in case. Rest assured, they would come with us. You guys would get to see. You know what? If we did move to Portugal, you guys would probably see a lot more house into home videos, which I've got questions about that too. Where are the house into home videos? We haven't really done too much. Plus, Kristen started a new job, which keeps her really, really busy. And I'm always busy, unfortunately, which is why she took over the editing of the videos for that series. So once we get more of a groove, we'll bring that back and update you. We did get a new donkey, by the way, which can be seen on I think I posted something on my Instagram, but definitely the House into Home Instagram. She's adorable. She is the most adorable little animal. Anyway, she definitely come with us to Portugal. There's no way we'd leave her behind. Next question. Wait, let's make sure we're safe here. I think we're safe-ish. Let's get up here and start getting these guys mined. Oh, I hear something terrible. Next question from Splash of Green. Now, Splash of Green had a lot of questions. Some of these are hard-hitting questions, so let's see if we can answer as many of them as possible. Let's see. How many animals do you have right now? We have a bunch of them. We have 3 donkeys, 4 goats, 3 dogs. I think that's it. We just lost our cat, unfortunately. Sage. I named my Skyrim character after him. He is Sage the Young. In his honor, I will play Skyrim, and I will love playing Skyrim. And yeah, he was an awesome cat. Died of he initially had complications from a blocked bladder. and so he couldn't go to the bathroom. But then he had surgeries to repair it, and I think his little heart couldn't take all the surgery and stuff, because then he had like fluid that amassed around his heart, and this is bad timing, world. And yeah, it was a terrible time for us. We loved that cat. He was the absolute best. But anyway, sorry to get morbid again. 3 donkeys, 4 goats, 3 dogs is what we have right now. Let's see, what are the other questions? Is it hard juggling YouTube and a homestead? 100% yes. There is a lot of responsibility that goes with the animals, the farm animals and stuff. But we knew what we were. Oh, is this a new one? It is. A golden apple. I'm going to take this. I'll take all these torches. This is going to come in handy. Bread? Who needs bread when you have sugar-coated Ravager tooth? Yeah, it's definitely hard. My day starts pretty early, like 7:30 in the morning, sometimes earlier, going out there, bringing them water, getting their morning meals ready, which is just hay, really. But yeah, it's tough. Any updates on the house? How close are you to being finished with it? We have, the big things we have left are 2.5 bathrooms, I'd say. And, dude. We have 2.5 bathrooms left and a laundry room. And then just little things like paint and trim and stuff like that. So we're pretty close. We're pretty close, but at the same time, it seems like we're so far away. The next one is, what's been the hardest with the renovation? And then the final one's a comment, loving the new series. I'm assuming meaning on the new channel, the Skyrim and the Forza, or maybe the what's it called? The Life in the Woods series, which has been a lot of fun too. So the hardest with the renovation, I feel like I'm floating. It's really weird. Oh my gosh, this is really, really strange. Anyway, the hardest thing with the renovation is the delays, or are the delays, I should say, because things sometimes, I want to get things done, but then there's setbacks and there's wait times, and then there's COVID, which really slowed us down, because then we couldn't have anybody come to our house and work on it. So that really put it, and that's about when the house into home videos, I think, stopped. It was around that time, if I'm not mistaken, because we just couldn't get anything done. Like, all the things we could do ourselves, we'd pretty much already done, other than paint. But paint is one of the last things to do. So we couldn't really get. I'm going in circles again, ain't I? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll find a new cave and continue, or I'll find a new area and continue. I'm definitely going to start using torches now to mark my way. Ooh. Here we go, and I found some good stuff. Yeah, so to answer your question, Splash of Green, your final question, the delays have been the toughest part. Next question from Kylo DePinto. How does your future on YouTube look? Do you see yourself doing YouTube forever, or do you think you'll become burnt out? I think people who do YouTube get burnt out all the time. It's just a matter of taking time for yourself and then coming back to it when you're all set to go. Do I see myself doing YouTube forever? Honestly, I'm not just pandering here. Okay, I'm not just going to be like, oh yeah, of course he says he sees himself doing YouTube forever because he's a YouTuber. No, I really, really do. The question is, would I be doing this type of video forever? Probably not. Probably not. I think in my heart of hearts that I'm a filmmaker. Okay, not a filmmaker, but I love being creative with stories and direct. What is this? I haven't seen this in a long time. Is there a? That's really weird. That's really weird. Okay, well, I'm taking them. They don't even go all the way up. Yeah, I would probably make more IRL stuff. I would probably use video games as a medium to tell stories. Here goes my final night vision potion. So that would be kind of exciting and fun. But definitely I would do more. I think I would do more creative stuff and not gameplay related stuff, if that makes any sense. It's hard to really articulate what I'm trying to say here, but I hope it makes sense. So I do actually see myself doing YouTube forever because it's so much fun to make videos and share videos with people and get feedback on those videos. It really is a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie to you. But it probably just wouldn't be the same type of videos. Okay, next question from T-Rex10. Tanner, I think. Yeah, that's it. Do you and your wife plan to have kids? Oh, hard-hitting question for sure. We talk about it. We talk about it. We have not decided anything yet. It's tough. You know, the current situation doesn't help either. What kind of a world is this? Do we really want to bring a human being into this? The world just seems kind of weird right now, you know? Maybe it will get weirder, and maybe now is the right time. I don't know. But we have talked about it. No immediate plans per se, but it will probably happen eventually when we're both ready. Did I come up through here? I think I did, right? Oh, that would have been bad, huh? Okay, let's go somewhere else. New cave achievement unlocked. Okay, next question from Clement. Clement, maybe? Do you wish you kept up with the Minecraft guys more? Okay, more questions about Minecraft, and I'm always happy to answer questions about Minecraft. I love the Minecraft guys. In fact, I was just at the Minecraft marathon where I hung out with a bunch of Minecraft guys. Do I wish I kept up with them more, meaning like checked in with them more? First of all, you have no idea how much I check in with them. I really don't check in with them a lot, and I wish I do. I do wish I checked in with them more because I miss them. You know, I really miss those guys, and I'm always down to like do series and stuff with them, but unfortunately, or fortunately for them, they found a new home on Twitch. I can't stream, as I mentioned before, for various reasons. The main reason being I don't have the connection to. So it's tough for me to like kind of keep up with them, quote unquote, if you're talking about maybe playing games with them. I can't. I physically cannot do that. I am unable to do that. So it is tough. I do wish I kept up with them more. I do wish I interacted with them more and played more games with them and stuff like that. And maybe that'll come in the future. But for now, I can only do what I can do. So, yeah, I can't really do much. Like, what can you do when your internet's garbage? Next question from M. Oh, M. M with the hardest hitting of all the questions. Okay? Listen to this. Who is your favorite hermit and your least favorite? And then in quotes, they have, but not hate. So my least favorite, but I can't, not hate, just least favorite. Oh, this is a tough one. I did say I would answer all questions though, right? Right? Except this one. Just kidding. I will answer this question. Okay. First and foremost, my favorite hermit. My favorite hermit probably varies. It probably varies because it's like real life. Sometimes you have people that come into your life and have a big impact on you, but then you kind of drift away, or you know what I mean? Oh man. Stop it. Ugh, gulp. So right now it's probably, I love Corrales. I mean, I always love Corrales, to be honest. He does not drift in and out. We've done series in the past together with the Poik Band, which a lot of questions about the Poik Band returning. If we find a game that we all love and want to play, then I don't think anybody would have an issue with the Poik Band returning, including myself. I would love to see it happen. But anyway, Corrales is probably my favorite. How's that? How's that for an answer? It's not saying that nobody else is my favorite. I'm just saying Corrales is probably my favorite, followed really, really closely by Etho, I would say, because Etho's been my homie for years and years and years, but we don't do as much on Hermitcraft together. So I'm going to have to say, if we're talking about Hermit specifically, I have to take into account the Hermitcraft server. So Corrales, you win. In fact, he helped me the other day. I couldn't log on to the server for some reason. I won't go into the details, but I couldn't log on to the server, so I asked him for help, and he helped me. So that was really, really nice of him to take time out of his day to give me a hand. Anyway, okay, least favorite hermit. I will say, quite honestly, I do not have a least favorite hermit. I know you're like, oh, Beef, sounds like a cop-out. You're not answering the question. Hear me out. Let me finish. I don't have a least favorite hermit because I don't know a lot of them well enough to form an opinion like that. That's a strong opinion. Least favorite, like which one do you like the least? I can't say which one I like the least. I don't know a lot of them enough to say that. So I will say this, the Hermits that I haven't interacted with as much, I guess they would be considered my least favorite because because I don't know them well enough to say that I like them or don't like them either way, if that makes any sense whatsoever, and I really hope it does. And I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, there's a bunch of Hermits that I haven't really done too much with. I won't mention any names. I mean, if you've been watching this series, you can probably guess the names yourself. So they would be I hate you for this question. They would be my least favorite Hermits. The people I haven't collabed with as much or ever in some cases. They're my least favorite. Oh, I'm back up here again. Okay, great. Let me get myself situated and we'll continue. There's a couple questions left. I think they're good ones too. Keeper Tim asks, what games do you play without sharing it on YouTube? I mentioned before, actually, come to think of it, NBA 2K22. I play every single day, and that's really the only one. Next question from Rachel. Love your videos, Beef. Been watching you on and off since 2013. Wow. Good for you. Thanks for sticking around that long. Even my wife hasn't stuck around that long. Granted, I met her like 4.5 years ago. So anyway, moving on. Would love to know the story of how you and Nighthawk first met. Hey, it actually is a question about my wife. How did we first meet? I would love to tell you it was a nice snowy day in Canada, and we were taking a walk by ourselves in a park. To the left of us, snow. To the right of us, snow. There was a chill in the air. We crossed paths on the park trail and locked eyes, and it was magic. It was fireworks. I would love to tell you all that. The truth is, and I'm not ashamed to say it, we met on Tinder. That's right, Tinder. We had a love match on Tinder. We got married after meeting on Tinder. It's actually really, really common. A cousin of mine met his wife on Match.com, I think. And a bunch of people that I know have met their significant others on online dating websites. So it works. It really does. If you're thinking, hey, where do I meet people? I don't know how to meet people these days. Me neither. That's why I was on Tinder. And so that's how we met, and it worked out, luckily. And we are married now and plan to be for a while. Okay. Next question from Kiwi for Life. Okay. Kiwi for Life. Oh, this is the final one. Oh, this is another hard-hitting question, and it is the final question that I will answer today on this video. We don't want to make it too long. Kiwi for Life asks, do you regret not being a part of Season 6 of Hermitcraft due to its popularity? And kind of continuing on this, did you come back in Season 7 due to the popularity of Season 6? Kiwi for Life. So, as far as I'm aware, I could be wrong about this, but I thought every season on Hermitcraft was pretty popular. I don't think Season 6 was any more. Now, I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not actually saying that this is the case. I'm just saying I could be wrong, but this is what I feel and believe. I thought every season was pretty popular on Hermitcraft. I didn't know Season 6 was more popular. Do I regret not being on it? I do, for the main reason that at that time, I had created a server called SourceBlock. Very excited about it. It was basically like a Hermitcraft, like a Minecraft. It was a server filled with content creators. Mainly, I would say, you know what, all of the people I invited were YouTubers. They did Twitch on the side as well, but they were mostly YouTubers. And so I wanted that same feeling of like videos coming on a regular basis on a server that I played on, and it just didn't happen for whatever reason. People got busy. I would say about half the people. Shout out to Fwip and Mythical Sausage and Avamance and Skippy6 for a while there. For what am I doing? Oh, I need to fortune this. For sticking with it and actually making it a popular server and series and actually making it active, because A lot of the other players, I'm sure I'm forgetting people now too. Oh, Catherine Elizabeth, another one who was pretty regular. So shout out to those people who actually played on the server, because that made my life happy, if that makes any sense. It was nice. It was nice to have people who played on there regularly. So thank you to those people. But anyway, yeah, so at the time I was doing source block and it was kind of fizzling out because some of the people that I invited, some people that I invited didn't even make a single video. Again, no blame on them. I know things happen, but it was just unfortunate, the timing of everything. So I was watching that, and then I see a couple of my friends get invited to Hermitcraft, or go back to Hermitcraft, and that was B00 and, oh, was that where I came in? It must have been. That can't be a natural formation. B00 and Corrales, I believe, were the ones that came back. And I'm like, oh, man, those guys are playing on Hermitcraft too. I wish I was on Hermitcraft. So, yeah, I definitely regret not being a part of Season 6. I was a part of Season 4 and 5, I think. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Not good. Not good. Season 4 and 5. Oh, not good. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. And then I didn't come back for Season 6 because I was concentrating on, for one, my Patreon server, which is still going strong, by the way. If you want to join, now's a really good time because it's about to get reset for the new season, and I will definitely be making some appearances there. I'm very excited about that. I might even do a couple mini-series from there, maybe objective-based or something. But, yeah, I was focusing on the Patreon server, and then I was focusing on source block, so it was just too much, and I thought, okay, I won't do Hermitcraft this season. But then near the end, I was like, dang it, I wish I had. And the other question, did I come back in Season 7 due to the popularity of Season 6? Not specifically, no. I came back in Season 7 because I now had time. I now had time to play on a multiplayer server that required a lot of my time. And there was people that I'd already played with, like in Season 4 and Season 5. So, yeah, that's why I came back in Season 7. And hopefully we'll be back in Season 8. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know I probably went around the same area a million times. I am terrible with directions in this game, so I apologize if I frustrated you. But hopefully I provided some fun and insightful answers, and maybe you got a little bit of insight into my real life and personal life and how I think and how I operate. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to click the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to my channel for more videos. There is a new series coming, that's all I'll say, and it's going to be very, very exciting, for me anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time. Click the like button if you liked the video, and bye-bye.